Oh, God. Oh, God. Bloody well live. It's bloody well live. That's what it is. Good to see you all, guys. Hope you're doing well. Cracking little day for it, wherever you happen to be. We're live, we're functional, and we're gonna do some bloody solos. Why? Because why bloody well not? Solos appear to be all the rage at the minute, or at least they seem to be a little bit more fun in Area 99. So we're gonna do a bit of that. Got some videos to make at some point or another. I need to turn off all the various layers of telemetry that I've since enabled. Interface, telemetry, server latency, packet loss, everything else can go off. Lovely day out. James, lovely to see ya. Fox Splatter, good to see ya. Sandwich gobbled, stream ready. Controller needs to get warmed up because I don't know about you guys, but my controller always behaves a little bit funky until I've like played with it a little bit. Oh god, nearly reported that guy by accident. Lovely day for it. Lovely, lovely day for it.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Good day for it. Good day for it indeed. Good to see you all. Trying to like this map, but I can't. I don't know what it is. Well,
survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown.
hey, thank you very much, Murtav. I appreciate you. Tungsten, good to see you. I've been doing well. I'm gonna land pods because I feel like I haven't really done that. I mean, I guess the bonus of solos is like I'm not gonna hear any footstep audio for the most part anyway. So if it's gonna be the case that I'm very generally not going to hear footstep audio, is that redacted DM10? Yes, it is. Where can I get a weapon trade station? Weapon trade station. Bunker. Okay. I got places to be. Instant specialist, you know?
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I was trying to be quirky, Jade. I'm sorry. Right, now I have instant specialist. Big man, why did you think that was going to work like that? Good to see you all, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, good morning. Jesus Christ, it's bloody 1 o'clock. It's bloody 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I've had a long day. Sorry. That was confusing. I can't tell if that looked a little bit weird or if it was just kill cam lag.
Time for vengeance. You're redeployed.
Probably kill cam lag. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Nice and early. Really bad push. Oh, this is just objectively a bad push. I'm probably gonna die, and that's probably for the best. Oh, GPMG. Don't mind if I do. I have a singular plate, folks. Let's go. Just what the doctor ordered. Wow, that is... Oh, my specialist stayed when I respawned. What the hell? So that's a bug. That's definitely not meant to happen. I brought white chocolate and gingerbread cake. Thoughts? I mean, it sounds like a good combo. Again, I'm just not very fond of cake. And I don't think it's that controversial a statement. Fellas, is it controversial to say that you're just not that fond of cake? I'm talking about, like, actual cake, by the way, not arse. Everybody's fond of arse. Let's be real. That's a little less than ideal.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Map's too flat and a bit too open. I feel that. I like this map more than I thought it would. Which I guess is something at least.
.25 are still active in the AR. Enemy UAV is online.
Very interesting that I respawned with Specialist. Someone's just landed on my roof. I like a muffin, but I don't like cake. Is that strange? Would we say that that's a bit odd? Very overrated for a bakery treat? I'm glad you guys agree. I'm glad I'm not alone with this. I just feel like cake's like, you know. There's things I prefer to be offered than cake. Hey, we're not doing too bad, eh? Nice little start to this round. Alright, bro, we get it. You have a gun. And you're feeling quirky.
Enemy buy station incoming.
You might lose Specialist if you get a new loadie. Didn't think about that. Good to know for future. That's fine, as long as I've got some perks. I can't believe it just stuck him. I would be livid. I would be absolutely livid. It's so much easier to hear in solos. Just because there's so much less going on.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Look, you guys will get over me playing Claw someday. I promise. That zipline was nice and loud. The only good cake is cheesecake. Agreed. Firm agree. Firm agree. Yeah, solos is just nicer because the soundscape's a bit more open. There's a lot less going on. And I think because of that, you can actually, like, hear what's going on a bit more.
Additional target added while time remains.
I could do with a buy station, really, because I do have a lot of cash, but...
Enemy dropping into the AO. Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Wowzers. Got slammed. That was all leg shots. I've manipulated my viewers a little. It's good. Like I say, once they fix sound in this game, it's going to be a good update, but it's a big thing to get wrong, isn't it? It's a big thing to get wrong that really at this point we just shouldn't be getting wrong.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
That was my bad. I was paying too much attention trying to get the bloody UAV up. Why does the XM4 just feel like absolutely ridiculous? Dude, what is the TTK on that? Goodness gracious.
Get ready. You're redeploying. Resurgence has been deactivated. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect. It's down to 10. Win this thing.
Overlord, bingo fuel. Returning to base.
Why are there 4 of you?
1 of 10 remaining.
Fight each other.
It's hard that
Stop top and tailing with each other. I think it's time to put the XM4 on, by the way. That thing looks like an absolute people melter. Right, let's get the bloody XM4 on, because that thing literally just, like, I don't think I've died that quickly. Okay, that was a helpful menu. I feel like I really learned a lot there. Let's go. Have I got skins for this? I guess I've got skins for this. I got Bug Smasher, Wild Mannered. I mean, it looks nice. I personally wouldn't use the CHF barrel, but whatever. What are we saying here? Recoil springs give you what? 18% across the board. Vertical gives you yeah, I've got to have it. Let's go. Let's take the suppressor off. Yeah, you're not losing a lot with that, are you? Do you know what I am going to do? I'm going to change my PP19 build. Oh, hello. Going to change my PP19 build slightly. I don't think you actually need a suppressor on this. And I actually think you should go for a compensator. I don't even think you necessarily need a barrel. But I think you go balanced, and then I think you go target laser. Did any of that save at all? I hope so. Right, let's get into a bloody solo game again. Good to see you all, guys. We are on the road to 200k. We've actually, let me have a look. In the last 30 days, we have made We have made 12,700 subscribers in the last 30 days. Which I think is quite impressive. I ain't gonna lie. Like, considering COD content hasn't really been growing people's general audiences for quite some time, doing quite well. You know, statistically on average, and this probably does apply to a lot of you in chat, on average on YouTube, 85% of people who watch your video aren't subscribed to you at all. How am I level 56? Just a massive cheater, John. Just hacking, mate. Do you know what I mean? Nearly as many as Man City's fan base. I mean, probably bigger, to be honest. If you're curious about the real analytics of this, I can tell you that in terms of audience, 0.6% of you are 13 to 17. 16% of you are 18 to 24. 43% of you are 25 to 34, 25% of you are 35 to 44, and 9% of you are 45 to 54. You're also 97% male, and 40% of you come from the United States. Another 20% of you come from the United Kingdom, and 4% of you come from Canada. And if you're wondering if YouTube gives us all your data, the answer is vaguely yes. Yes, they do.
Stand by for deployment to the Warzone.
I like having a slightly like older audience. I'll be honest with you. It's actually nice because I feel like I get far more intellectual conversation out of you guys. Thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate you.
Resurgence.
I don't feel so alone now, and you shouldn't.
Secure kills to speed up the time.
A good little YouTuber, I do my best, you know? I'm working on it. My mum also says I'm quite handsome, do you know what I mean? It's an automatic pistol!
Hostile UAV in the area.
I actually fully understand it, because there are some games that personally, like, I can't be bothered to play, but I do quite enjoy watching other people play. I can't really be bothered to play DayZ just because it takes up too much time, but I do enjoy watching other people play DayZ.
Enemy UAV is online.
Internet available. LDVR ready for launch.
Who knew this underground bunker would be so handy, eh? Unlucky boys. Better luck next time. Part of the 9% here. Lovely. The statistical Brit. You're what right now?
Enemy dropping into the AO.
No, you're liking the stream right now. That's what you said, right? You said, wow, I'm gonna like the stream right now. Why? Because my favorite YouTuber told me to. That's right, I said it. I'm your favorite. And if I'm not, I should be. Alright? This is like a toxic relationship that you didn't ask for. I think he really enjoyed that. I heard if everybody likes the stream, we achieve world peace. I hear you.
Closing in.
Hold that.
Counter UAV inbound. Loadout drop headed your way.
SDR awaiting target signal.
25 11. Stay sharp out there.
Sorry, what in sweep?
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
You've got a loadout drop.
That is so much bollocks. And this is why I hate this map, right? That's why I don't like this map. I got sniped by somebody on the tower. 290 health. For no reason, dude.
Weapons free.
Because this geezer up here, for some reason, had a hard-on specifically for me. Get rid of that tower, bro, and this map becomes 10 times the map.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Warzone designers love a tower in the middle of the map. They really do, and I don't know why. No one else has looked at a Warzone map and goes, do you know what I really enjoyed about that map? That stonkingly big tower in the middle of the map that just lets me get shot from anywhere.
Under fire!
TheTacticalBrit, did you do some investigation into the guns ignoring shield damage reduction topic? I've actually asked somebody far more qualified to look into it for me. I've currently asked True Game Data,
Enemy dropping into
Tony
the
from
area.
True Game Data, to see if he finds anything. Because I think it is happening. I think some... So basically, the way they had it in the past is that there was plate damage, and then there was health damage, and then they changed that so that it was just universal damage to make it less annoying. But that happened around Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3.
Someone owes me a fiver.
Now, if my video theory is correct, and I'm pretty convinced it is at this point, pretty much every quality of life change after Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3 isn't in this game. So that change, for example, would technically not be in this game. So I actually think, for example, the PP19 ignores plate damage sometimes. Because it's
Hostile UAV in the area.
it's why TTK in this game is so controversial. Because I would say that the TTK in some cases, like the XM4, is too fast, but a lot of people will say that it's too long with some weapons. So I think what's happening is that certain weapons are ignoring plate damage entirely.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area. Capture 6. Enemy UAV overhead.
You like the new high alert? I don't know if I really like a perk telling you there's people next to you. Sorry?
Watch the sky.
Look at all of this audio. He sprints. He sprints.
Go get your revenge.
Do you know, I think I really heard him.
Move it.
I really heard him. No full investigation yet. I'd like to see something testing each weapon. Well, the thing is Tony from True Game Day is already testing each weapon himself. So I did just DM him and I was like, hey, look, like if you find any like anomalous results, can you just tell me so I can make a video about it?
Fire sales over. Adjusting
Because
sight.
actually testing weapons in their specifically Warzone environment is quite hard to do. More difficult than it sounds. I do because the audio doesn't. I mean, I suppose that's fair.
Longer active. This is for keeps. Enemy UAV is online. Get it done, soldier.
Even that audio is scuff.
Defeat is only a mindset. Shake it off and keep pushing.
Like, I genuinely didn't even hear where his shots came from. They sound like they came from behind me. They were in front of me. Right, one thing I was going to do is I was going to change my delay from slide and dive. I think I'm actually just going to go slide only until they fix the delay between prone and standing. Movement, crouch assist, what? Disgusting. Corner slicing off. Where is it? Am I going to start playing tournaments again? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Like, the truth of the fact of the matter is just tournaments are not worth your time. Like, the biggest problem that Activision has, and I'm confident this is the case, although I've not been told otherwise. The reason why tournaments don't make sense unless you live in the United States is that the budget for tournaments is deliberately set by the US Activision team, which means that they just give it to American creators, which obviously makes sense. Tap only to slide. Tap while holding sprint to input dive. I'm going to try hybrid quickly. I assume hybrid is what I'm looking for here. Because I'm not snaking nearly as fast as I have in previous times. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's... Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I don't know why I didn't have that on. Yeah, it's definitely hybrid. Because right now, like, I keep getting stuck where I'm, like, trying to go prone behind cover, and then the game's just like, what? Co-heads, question mark? I mean, I wouldn't say no. Like, the thing is, I really enjoyed the World Series of Warzone experience, but the reality is that, like, I must have spent probably more than 100 hours doing World Series. If I put 100 hours into making videos and streams, I would probably make more than I ever would in prize money, even if I finished pretty high in the prize money. And that's just the truth. Like, this sounds mildly snobby, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, I've kind of reached a point as a content creator where my time does cost money, which is why my agency and agent will invoice people accordingly. But with tournaments, they just expect you to sit around for 5 hours with your schlong in your hand, waiting for a tournament to start because they don't fix private matches. You know what I mean? Like, if private matches are fixed and tournaments run smoothly and they start and they finished in like an hour, a couple of hours, like let's say a tournament lasts 3 hours and it's only ever going to be 3 hours, calm, I'll do it. But if they genuinely expect me to sit there for 6 hours in a turn for the cost of for free, that's just not happening, bro. Where are you going, Sunshine? I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. Yeah, basically. Well, it's a time thing, you know what I mean? Like, in 10 hours, let's say a tournament takes 6 hours. In 6 hours, I could probably make 3 videos. If all 3 of those videos make, I don't know, 100k views, then unless it's like a really decent tournament, I'm probably making more cash. And that's just the truth. Like, time is very much money, and I think that applies to pretty much everybody, which is why robot hoovers exist. But like I say, if they fix tournaments, hey there, Diego, good to see ya. If they fix tournaments and tournaments start and conclude in a timely manner, and we're not sitting there for 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours, I will happily do a tournament, no problem. But if they don't fix private matches, and like tournaments are taking 7-8 hours to conclude, then I'm not doing it. It's just not happening. I mean, look at what happened to what was it, Enkyo, where he was in a tournament for 8 hours and he had to abandon it because he had an exam at school, and people were like, bro, why did you abandon that tournament? And I'm just like, my brother in Christ, he was there for nearly 8 hours. The fact that the tournament wasn't done is kind of more of a you problem. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of the way I just approach it. Like, I love the tournament scene. I think Warzone especially has like a lot of potential in the tournament scene. I think it could be a really fun competitive game to watch. I just don't think they're there yet until private matches work accordingly.
Watch the skies. Enemy UAV is online.
We got the young Bentennial Central in chat. Good to see you, buddy. The fact that they didn't give Enkyo's prize money is crazy. But listen, I could write essays on it. The COD tournament scene is the only scene I know that genuinely just treats players like they're objects. Like, if somebody said to me I'd been in a tournament for 8 hours and also we're not giving you prize money because you had to leave early, I would send them an invoice, and I'm not even bannering. Like, I would send them like an actual hourly rated invoice. I might just go slide only, honestly. Fair play. Yeah, I'm like randomly diving. I think I'm just gonna go slide only for the time being. Until they fix the ability to snake properly. I'm gonna get rid of hybrid and just go slide only. Where is it?
Stand by for redeployment. Losing ground. Moving.
Don't get me wrong. I got this isn't an excuse. I got pissed on. That guy played that really well. Shocked you're not doing the specialist trick. I probably will. I just like to vary up the drops a little. You can actually get you can also get a DM10 on pods, by the way, for your general information. Like a redacted DM10 straight off of pods. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, well, I'm dead for slightly different reasons, but I'm dead.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
Any idea why kill streaks don't work? There seems to be a bug when you're near buy stations, I think, right now. I'm not sure what it causes, like, or how it happens.
Loadout drop headed your way.
I'm not used to any of the lead time on these snipers. Well, that's that dead. And he sprints all the way up the side of a wall. Mantles. No audio. Woo!
Get ready to redeploy.
There's definitely still some accidental delays with the Omni movement in Warzone. Like in terms of slide delays. Or at least compared to what I've played in Black Ops, there are. Yeah, I need to equip stims. Call of Duty needs to fix the aim skip bug. I really hope they get around to that. For those of you who are unaware, the more you spin in Call of Duty, the worse your aim gets. I can show you it, guys. I can show you guys how it works. Shortly. But it is an issue. It's been an issue since Modern Warfare 2019. It's been an engine bug for a very long time now. I do like lootable perks. Which is interesting because I never thought it'd be something I appreciate seeing the return of.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Highlight isn't too bad. I don't think the notification for it's as obvious as it could be. God forbid I read chat for 0.5 of a second. I think the orange notification on a yellowish orange map doesn't work particularly well. I think you should be able to set the highlight color manually. I think that would work a lot better. Just go with that.
Buy station prices have been reduced. Got an extra valuable opportunity here. Don't miss your shot.
You just got absolutely, positively pissed on, my guy. What is that ugly ass camo? It is meant to snow next week, and I don't really know how to feel about it either. I mean, obviously, I'm not exactly going to get cold with various studio lights and screens pumping heat at me constantly, but it wasn't as quick as I wanted it to be.
Make it count. Enemy UAV is online.
I mean, yeesh.
Resurgence. Go get your revenge.
We're back to the era of Warzone where whoever shoots first definitely wins. Oh, that was a dead slide.
Prices are back to normal. Enemy soldier incoming.
So basically, when you spin in game, so if I spin in a circle, if you progressively spin throughout the game, progressively your aim actually deteriorates, and it's an engine bug that's existed in Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2019. So the more you spin, the more your aim starts skipping and starts getting incorrectly mapped to your input. I posted a clip of it on Twitter. It's a very funny bug. I mean, I say funny, I mean it definitely shouldn't be a thing because it will get you killed, but...
Contract's worth more than usual, so get it done, soldier. Still standing. Keep your head up.
Didn't hear a thing. 7 hours of commercial-free Warzone ads. Not commercial-free. I was actually going to run about 17 ads just for that comment. Do you know what would be really nice? Hearing. It'd be really nice to, like, hear my opponents around me. I hear that might be a DLC they're releasing soon. That's what I've heard. So, if I've got True Game Data checking information for me right now regarding plate damage. If plate damage has been reverted, like in terms of how it works. So, wait, I'll tell you what, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me go into the firing. I think it works in the firing range. I might be right, I might be wrong. So if I turn this, do not look at the screen. Don't look at the screen for a couple of seconds. I'm going to spin, okay? So if I do this over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again, and just keep spinning. Do not look at the screen, just ignore it for a second. And basically, I keep doing this over and over and over again, and I keep spinning, and then I go back to, like, regular settings. So in my case, 10-10. If I then try to aim at opponents, your aim will start jumping. So, like, eventually, at the moment, I don't think it's massively applying in this. I can do it in a private game quickly. That probably makes the most sense. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's actually really, really busted. And it has been a thing in Warzone and in Black Ops 6 and in pretty much every iteration of Warzone for a really, really long time now. So I would just load into a private game. Let's go... Private match. I can probably do it on the training course, actually. Let's do it on that. If I do training course quickly. And basically, they need to fix this bug because it's a client bug and it doesn't change if you respawn. Which is kind of a big issue because obviously it just means that you're always going to perpetually be in a state where your aim is wrong. So, like, if I go into training quickly, whenever it loads in. Oh god, have they done like a full intro sequence this year? Disgusting. Why have they done that? Yep, I get it. Woods, hello.
training stations all over the island. Complete them all so we can verify your sorry ass is ready for combat.
Right, so let's say you can see my aim here. I'm looking around left and right. It's all fine, right? Everything like vaguely feels accurate, nothing skipping. It seems fairly one-to-one with what I'm expecting, okay? So if I go into my controller settings now, ignore me, don't look at the screen, and I go wee like over and over and over again. Bearing in mind, this is obviously very highly simulated, but this is a progressive problem, and it will progressively get worse. So like, even if you just do this, even if you've spanned 3 or 4 times, your aim is going to start skipping. So if I do this over and over again, and then you start aiming again, it isn't one-to-one, even if you go back to your original settings. So if I go back to 1010 now, this isn't going to be 1010 cents. So like, as I start aiming, this isn't the same. And it will start jumping and juddering. So like right now, if I try and move my stick left and right ever so slightly, it's now going to go, like, it's going to skip certain inputs. So you can kind of see it. Like, this is me using my stick at the same input with normal dead zones. And you can see that it starts, like, juddering across at certain locations. And it gets worse. So it gets, like, worse and worse and worse as you go on. And it doesn't change when you respawn. So let's say, for example, if I go into a gunfight, right? And I'm like, okay, sweet, I'm going to get into a gunfight. Bang, I've slid around and I've hit an opponent. Progressively, my aim is actually getting worse in the game as a result of that. So it's like it's a very real bug. Like, stuttering aim exists. And like, so say for example, you're in a 30-minute game of Warzone. And I think you actually need to physically reset your entire client to get it to like actually unruin itself, which is why I'm going to restart my game quickly. Effectively what that means is that the longer you play Warzone 4 without restarting your game, the worse your aim is going to be. And it does happen. So it happens progressively throughout the duration of your application being open. So if you don't close your game every like 3 or 4 hours, the amount of input that you put into your controller or your keyboard and mouse, your aim is going to get worse. And it degrades over time. So I'll show you like a really extreme clip of what that can look like. Let me just go to, what was it? Game monitor. I'll show you a really extreme clip of what this can look like. And bearing in mind, it starts doing this pretty much straight away. So like, even if you've done just one spin, it starts introducing the aim decay, basically. If you do 2 spins, it carries on aim decaying. If you do 3 spins, it carries on aim. Basically, the second you've completed a full spin, the aim progressively starts decaying. So if I show you this clip, this is on Modern Warfare 3. It applies to all of the engines from Modern Warfare 19 to now, because it's all basically the same engine. So you're going to see pretty much the same thing from this dude. Let me open this full meme up. So if I open this up, bang, full screen. So same thing. So this is the same engine, same game engine, Modern Warfare 2019. This guy's going to spin at max mouse sensitivity. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. So he's going to give, obviously, a really crazy spin. Bearing in mind, it doesn't matter if you do a crazy spin or a regular spin. It progressively starts introducing from a single spin. Like, once you do a single full 360 on your character's axis, this starts happening. He obviously just does loads just to illustrate how bad it can get instantly. So now his aim is entirely scuffed. Like, it jumps around the place. It's already skipping like a centimeter left and right every single time, right? And this applies to keyboard and mouse and controller. And then if he does it again, so a few more spins just to illustrate, you know, let's say, for example, in 4 hours of Warzone, you do, I don't know, a couple of gunfights that get you spinning a good couple of times. Now watch his aim. It's absolutely chalked. And it just, his aim, this is his regular mouse sense now. Like, it's completely busted. It does not, like, this is him moving his mouse left and right ever so slightly. It's completely insane. So it's completely busted. And basically what it means, and arguably more concerningly what it means for Call of Duty as a whole, is that they've tied the aim rate of how you aim down sight to the physical character model as opposed to tying it to the screen space. So yeah, it's a little, well, I say a little scuffed. It's very, very scuffed, and they need to fix it. I've noticed it. I've done 3 or 4 hours of Warzone, and I've been like, holy crap! Like, why is my, like, I've just assumed it's my controller dead zone that's like busted, but in reality, it's actually just that. So that's the thing now. Well, it has been a thing since 2019. We thought it got fixed. It didn't. So now you know. Now you know. Restart your game every 3 hours or so. So like basically, if you don't restart your COD pretty much every 3 hours now, like you are going to get progressively degrading aim. And now you know. The more you know. Woo. It happens per session. Respawning doesn't change it. Leaving a match doesn't change it. It seems to just be per application being opened. Like, it doesn't matter if you're on console or on PC. Every 3 or 4 hours, just restart your game. Nice of it to reset my loadie again. How does that even occur? I honestly have no idea. I think it's just something to do with how they've tied aim rate and aim acceleration. But yeah, the general running theory at the minute between myself and a couple of creators. Good to see you, Rhino. Wagger, doing well. The general running theory between myself and a couple of other creators is that when they forked the engine from Warzone Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6, they did it after Season 2. So anything from Season 2 onwards, or Season 1 onwards, should I say, isn't in the game, pretty much, in terms of quality of life. Oh, that's good. My username showed up as multiple question marks.
Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown.
Are guns still viable? They seem to be for now. Yeah, they seem to be pretty viable for now. I don't know how long they will be for. I think it's only a matter of time before they deliberately nerf them into the ground. I think realistically, like, they'll do it for like the first few weeks, and then they'll go, right, lads, I really need you guys to like, buy some, you know, some skins for Black Ops 6. So let's just put these on the floor.
Supply station incoming. Hostile UAV in the area.
Am I going to be streaming Stalker 2? Wow. What if I told you that I already have access? That would be a lie, actually. You know, that's what that would be. I don't have access to Stalker 2 at all.
Clear another target during contract timeline.
Now, I do actually, I've been given a copy of Stalker 2. I'm speaking to the team who have given me the copy to see if I can maybe be allowed to stream it early. Maybe be allowed to release content early. There is an embargo for that content.
You're losing ground. Move it.
So obviously I'm not allowed to talk about anything I've touched or played at all at the minute, which is fine. But I'm hoping, and I'm really hoping they'll let me do it early. I'm so excited for Stalker 2, dude. Like, it's the most excited I've been for a game in a very, very long time. And we will be streaming it.
UAV is online.
So we will be, as soon as I'm told I'm allowed to stream it, we will be streaming it from the dot. When's the embargo? I'm literally not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'm not allowed to mention it. I think, I just, you know, I'm a Stalker fan. All right, I've been a big fan of Stalker for a really, really long time, and I've been waiting for this game just like the rest of you for a really, really long time. So I'm so excited.
Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Drop a bloody like on the stream, right meow.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Get me eyes in the sky.
Bye.
Fair play to him. He actually played that quite well. That noise reminds me of my alarm. I'm tweaking. It kind of reminds me of an alarm. I keep hearing the Nuketown element noise. Or sorry, should I say like the Warzone nuke element noise on this map as well? And I don't know where it's coming from, but it's definitely happening.
Enemy UAV is online.
Marking enemy.
Does stimming before the UAV tower help? No, I'm just an idiot. Hope that clarifies that for you. I'm just a little stupid, bro. My bad. Didn't hear him. Wasn't on UAV. Just literally tack sprinting in a room. Jesus Christ.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Couldn't have literally been made any more noise if he humanly tried to.
Dropping into the AO.
And it still made absolutely zero difference.
Stand by for redeployment.
Ready to deploy.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect.
I am tempted to try out some new controllers soon. I will say that.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I don't have any issues with my current controller,
Almost done here.
but until I secure a more formal
Squads
sponsor,
active in the field. Loadout drop
because
headed your way.
at this point AIM are taking too long to reply.
Resurgence window
I'm
is
kind of like curious to see like if there's anything else out there that's decent or what people would recommend. I can see you.
closing in.
I want to see if I can find a controller that specifically has a very high polling rate. You sliding on sunshine. Have some damn respect. You know who I am?
Enemy UAV overhead.
Outrageous.
Hostile UAV.
I never try slide on me like that again.
Fire sales over. Adjusting prices.
UAV available to that team.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Unit available. Standing by.
So that other UAV just straight up despawned. Using the dual sense edge personally.
UAV exiting AO.
Razor just dropped a pro controller stick with full effect sticks. It looks interesting.
Be advised, Resurgence is no longer active.
If I get a Razor controller though, do I have to use Razor Synapse? Because I'll be honest with you, that's probably a deal breaker for me.
TACOM, we're flying on fumes. UAV returning.
It's why I won't get the new Scuff controllers.
Was fallen union, so get it.
Respect me, please, bro. Please. I'm asking you. Like, I'm not one of these random geezers you can just slide on like that. Why was that so off-center? You don't see that?
Gas is inbound.
UAV available to that team. Standing by.
Yeah, base controller and sit 6 meters away from my screen. I think that's how I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's literally why I will never own a Scuff. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not using Corsair IQ. I deliberately bought a non-Corsair cooler so I don't have to have IQ on my PC. NZXT for that matter too. I just don't like installing bloatware on my PC if I don't need to. Corsair IQ definitely falls into that category.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
Nice little dead slide there. Cheers, game. Doing controller review soon. Need professional guidance. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I just want a raw controller that doesn't rely on 17,000 layers of software. I think that's the biggest issue. Like a I mean, if Razer's controller isn't heavily dependent on Razer's Synapse, or I can set it once and uninstall it, I probably will give it a go. I won't use a Scuff because if I have to use Corsair IQ, I think I'd rather jump off a bridge. Collipop, thank you very much for the channel tactician. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, there's just some decisions with some controller manufacturers where, like, I'm not willing to do certain things. Wow. Bullet. I want to see the kill cam for that, though, because that looked like a pre-fire, I'm not going to lie. No, I'm not going to get it. He probably just got really loud zipline audio. Which, to be honest with you, does happen still. Everything else, no audio. Ziplines, surprisingly, audio. What's wrong with the Scuff? You have to use Corsair IQ for the new ones, and I will never do that. Could you imagine the scenes if I ever played on LAN? I'm sat there, legs crossed on chair. People would question what you're doing. I can't do Xbox Elite controllers either. I refuse to use an Xbox controller. I'm sorry. Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I want to check out this new Razer controller. Let's have a look. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, until Xbox fix their dead zones, I'm not touching them. Like, they need to fix their dead zones. If they fix their dead zones, I'll think about it. They use this weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a weird, what's the word I'm looking for? They use this weird, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Axial dead zones. That's the word I'm looking for. They use axial dead zones. Because they use axial dead zones, aiming is just never accurate. They need to be baked in radial. It's just not the same. Like, it just never works. So that's why I don't really use them. And yeah, it's kind of the same universally. I'm kind of curious to see what Razer have done with these controllers. I'm assuming these are, what, PlayStation and Xbox controllers? I mean, it is a nice controller, I think, by the looks of it. But do I have to use Razer Synapse? That's my question. Ah, the new Wolverine Pro 2. Okay, let's have a look. Wired or hyperspeed wireless. Let's have a look, shall we? We'll have a little browse together. I would definitely go for a PlayStation controller over an Xbox controller just in case they're not using their own thumbsticks. It's officially licensed, so there's that. 2.4 gigahertz wireless or PC, I assume you plug it in. Tactile buttons with shorter actuations. Faster firing. Okay. Okay. 8-way D-pad. Remappable buttons. Different shorts. I like that you can do it on an app on your phone. That's better. I prefer that. Are the sticks... Are the sticks Hall effect sticks? That's the question. The V3 is the newest. I'm assuming Razor V3 Wolverine something. Wolverine Pro, I'm guessing, is the new one. There we go. V3 Wolverine Pro. Mouse click back paddles. I like the position of those. Those are nice. You can change the triggers, Hall effect sticks. But are they using standard Xbox dead zones, or are they using their own dead zones? Because if they're using standard Xbox dead zones, they're going to be terrible. That looks like the Xbox app. That's what that looks like, and I don't think I like that. 1000 hertz polling mode. Wolverine V3 Pro, detachable USB cable, 2 Hall effect analog sticks, anti-drift Hall effect sticks, carrying case, whatever, wired on PC. I'm apprehensive. I would be willing to try it. I would not be willing to buy it. If they want to send me one, I'll try it. And I'll report back. I'll send them a DM, maybe. The problem I have, and again, it's because it uses the Xbox app. It's using the actual built-in controller app for Microsoft, right? And, like, the problem I have is Xbox controllers are just inherently inaccurate. I have yet to use one that is not accurate. Hey, thank you very much, Thea. I appreciate you. That is a Razer app? That doesn't look like the Razer app. That looks like the... That looks like the accessories app on Windows. That's what it looks like. It looks like the Microsoft accessories app. Either that or they've just made it look like that very specifically. I'll send them a message. I mean, how much is it to buy one? I might just buy one. $199? It's not terrible. Not terrible for a Hall effect. I don't know about that. Actually, no, I kind of fuck with that. I'm not going to lie. Now that I think about it, that actually might make sense for me. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try at some point. I will send Razer a DM and I'll say, hey, look, boss man, I'm putting together a video about controllers. You guys look like... Hey, look, guys, I got spam reported. My clan tag changed. Nice. Do they still have their store in London? Maybe. Maybe. Let me have a look. But why is the PS5 one you were using now better? Just PlayStation 5 controllers generally. PlayStation 5 controllers generally, I find are more accurate. But we'll see. It's to do with general dead zones. Like, so basically a radial dead zone means that there is an area in the center of your analog stick where if you input amounts, it doesn't respond. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I go to like dead zone inputs here, test dead zones, that red dot in the middle is a dead zone input. That's what I'm talking about. If you have an axial dead zone, at each one of the corners of that controller, so here, 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 and here, there is a small triangular-shaped dead zone that's intended on slowing down acceleration on those corners. I am convinced that Xbox use baked into axial dead zones, which is why I've always found myself to be less accurate with those controllers. But is it that much of a problem for Xbox? Yeah, it absolutely is. Like, it definitely just inherently makes you less accurate with control.
Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires to secure redeployment. More points you earn, the faster that clock ticks.
Let me jump in.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We're returning you to the front. Earn this.
Hey, thank you very much, Brummy. I appreciate you. It's ultimately just different philosophies for the same controller design, but I just find... No way have I just... I got shot by 3 players! Do you ever accidentally use your phone onto the controller cam and show everybody your sus DMs? No, because I very specifically taped out where the controller cam cuts off. That was fun. I want to try some different controllers. I definitely would be willing to give the new Razer controller a go. And I want to try them just because I'm a min-maxer. Do you know what I mean? I'm a min-maxer, and I like trying to see if I can... That controller looks like it has potential. You know what I mean? In terms of its construction and its design. Like, the fact that they've even thought about things like polling rates means that they've probably got some smart stuff. Very smart. I'm ahead of the curve, Jade, always. Trust me. I'm sure the Xbox controller is fine for most people, episode, and like most of you won't even notice it. But for me personally, as somebody who like is very specific about the tools I use, things like the DualSense 5 controllers and how they handle dead zones, in my opinion, are better. Like, I don't know, I'm a min-maxer. It's just how I do life.
Deploying shortly.
This is an aim controller right now, THman. I had a partnership with aim controllers. In fact, I'm pretty sure my discount code still works on aim controllers. And I would be willing to work with them again. They're just really slow at replying to emails. Or DMs generally. So I'll send them like one more message and just be like, hey guys, look, if you want to work with me, speak to this dude. If not, adios, because... I like aim stuff, and their Hall Effect controllers are good stuff. FlyDigi Apex 4 has been the best controller. FlyDigi. I'll have a look at that. I've actually never heard of the FlyDigi variant before, so I'll have a look at that.
Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the timer.
Take your time to make your own controller company? I honestly would. They're just difficult. They're difficult to do. If anybody wants to build literally the best controller ever, I mean, give me a call, but... I've taken apart many controllers. Fair play to you, bro.
Enemies are dropping into the air.
Fly Digi Vader 4 Pro, or the Fly Digi Apex 4. Okay, I'll keep them on the list. I'm ultimately just looking to like find ultimately the best controller. Can we talk about how pointless the new PS5 Pro is? I mean, it fills a space, I guess. I just guess it's a space that I don't think needs filling. I guess that's the way I describe the PS5 Pro. Like, it's, you know, it's more powerful, but like I said before, we've spoken about this briefly before. PlayStation just about offer decent PS5 versions of games as it is, let alone having to offer PS5 Pro enhanced versions on top of that. That might be a bit too much work for them. Dude, what is TTK in this game? Like, that's absolutely insane. Misses half his shots. Thank you. He must be on like 700 ping. There's just no way.
Resurgence. Don't get the revenge. Remain. Solid work so far. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemies dropping into the AO. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area. You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Doing my best not to suck this round, boys. And put a bloody like on the stream if you're trying to put some damn respect on my name. You know what I mean? Of course I'd bottle the follow-up.
Enemy UAV is online.
Honestly, it was worth it so that that guy could res. I ain't even capping, bro. I hope he kills him too. That Donnie was out here thinking he was getting a TikTok clip. God, these snipers are terrible. Centering's ass. ADS is ass. Jumps per shots ass. I'll just go back to Kar 98. Like, why would I use this over a Kar 98? At least the velocity is good, I guess, but... Hey there, Liam. Good to see you, buddy. How far off 300 am I? I haven't actually checked. Hold on. Let me refresh the bloody... Is it here? We're 80 at the minute. Nearly 80. More like 76. I just haven't really focused. I mean, obviously, we're doing the usual membership stuff. We haven't done like a member-a-thon or anything in a while, so we'll probably sort that out soon. I'm thinking about doing like a 12-hour stream or like a 24-hour stream when rank drops. Hey, Liam, thank you very much for the 5 gifted on YouTube, my guy. I appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a grand old time of it. If you receive a gifted, folks, please do say thank you. Big up the Car 98. Always big up the Car 98. How have you been anyway? I know it's been a while since I've seen you dabbling around with Warzone. Chat, we got 70 more in us, surely. I mean, you heard it. The big man said it himself. He said, lock in, boys. I need to get stims on. I really need to get stims on. My love for Warzone died. Black Ops 6 has pulled me back in. There's a little delay with the bloody movement, and there's a lot to be done with audio. Once they fix those, like, it's gonna be really, really fun. Like, it's just, there's some things that are a bit annoying to deal with. Honestly, I've never had any issues in terms of, like, my hands in relation to how I hold the controller. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, thank you very much again, Liam, for the 5 gifted. Boys, we're on the road to hitting that membership goal. If you want to drop a channel membership, hit the join button below. If you want to gift memberships, it's the same thing. Yeah, I've never had any issues the way I hold this controller. I mean, I've been doing it all my life, really, so... I also have very large hands and very good dexterity, so... I don't know how I lost that. Sorry? I'm telling you, bro. There's something wrong with the PP-19. I'm telling you. There's something wrong with the PP-19.
Enemy soldier incoming.
There's something wrong with my PP. You've heard it here first.
Resurgence is deactivated. This is the end game.
Ready to deploy.
We've got 10 squads active in the field.
I mean, you can't tell me that that's what its TTK is. The TTK for this thing's supposed to be like 600. That was like instant. That was like 3 shots and he died. I have a dodgy PP. You've heard it here first.
Neutralized. Gas is inbound. Hostile UAV in the area.
Sentry turret.
It was reloaded.
Not bad.
It wasn't reloaded! Oh! It was not reloaded, bruv. That's not good, brother. That's not good. It was not reloaded at all, bruv. What's your PP dodging? There's no joke I can answer with here that is not going to get me in trouble, so I think I'm just going to skip that. I think it's best for the court of law if I ignore the question in question. Do you know what I mean? Like, for the court of public opinion. This is such a naughty mastercraft. I'm definitely going to get it at some point. Look how cool this is. Look at how fucking cool that is. Wait. I know. This is new. Hello. Emerald Knight. Low-key kind of fire as well. That's a sick sniper skin. Holy shit. Wait, I'm being stupid. Let me restart my game, boys. Why? Because I have codes. I've got codes in different area codes, if you know what I mean. If you don't get the reference, long day, but... Spend some coins. Things I've shoved up my teammates. Coins. Do 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 do. Let's launch that again now, shall we? Any plans to return to OTG? Yes. I'm very much keeping my eye on OTG generally. I also have seen that they're doing a very large tournament in the United States for 600 grand, and if they do the same in the UK/EU, I will be there. Either as a player or a caster, I promise you that. I will be there no matter what. I keep pressing Black Ops 6 when I mean to press Warzone. Okay, it didn't apply straight away, but that's fine. We will generally sort that out later. The click. Oh, have you guys seen that they added, hold up. Do you guys remember ray gun from the Olympics? Guys, they added ray gun from the Olympics. It's great. It's an absolute work of art. I'm so proud of them. Use Black Cell instant page unlock. Sure. Why not? Let's claim the page, shall we? Now, if I go to my customizing and I go to my emotes and sprays, I can have my character do a silly little ray gun. Why? Because why not? Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want that? I enjoy OTG. I think it's a very I think it's a very good game, and I think it's got potential. Performance is obviously a concern. I just like It's one of those games I'm definitely keeping an eye on. There's lots of games that I vaguely keep an eye on. It's one of those games that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. Played it a lot. Then we did a sponsored stream with them. There's a lot, but I'm very keen. Simple. Oh dear.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up
Taking a shirtless? Something like that. You think Area 99 would make a good conquest map? It probably would. It probably would. Am I better than Scum? If I was better than Scum, I don't think I'd be streaming right now. I would be retiring.
Marking enemy.
I think I could probably hang with most CDL pros in Warzone.
UAV in the area.
Better? Very different question. Hang with? Probably. At least in Warzone. Multiplayer? Less so. Mind you, I don't think competitive COD is all that competitive, and that's just me.
Precision airstrike standing by. Clear another target during contract timeline.
Target area marked. You're clear.
A whole different player.
Get ready. You're redeployed. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the side. All bounty
Really do with an
targets
actual gun,
KIA.
though, you know what I mean?
Well done. Inbound.
Where? Why is this game like this?
We're returning you to the front. Earn this. Remaining. Loadout drop headed your way.
That was odd. Why was that so loud for him? Why am I inside the building hearing a helicopter at 600% volume? But he... That's so weird, bro. Like, I'm inside a building hearing a helicopter like 7,000 volume, and he's just out here chilling, getting like max volume on top of the roof. Like, that's insane.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
Tango down.
Precision airstrike available. Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, Warzone's free to play.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy that. 1-3-1 is on station. Strike inbound. No join.
Sending Semtex. Got you, bastard.
Seem to be having trouble with your movement. It's pretty much everybody. They've had some weird, like, general delay that's caused more dead slides compared to regular Black Ops 6. And that's irrespective of if you have lower dead zones.
Enemy soldier incoming.
That last guy had no sound from you? Probably not.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Five hostiles down. Getting eyes in the sky.
UAV available for that team. Bye.
How is it that they fixed buy station lag on day one, and then they broke it again?
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
How did they manage to break it?
That team.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
They broke it because there's now an inventory. And it's not working. Just let me use my shitting UAV game.
Base.
Enemy UAV overhead. You've got gas moving in.
UAV available for tasking. Base.
So basically, don't try calling it a VSAT.
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
It's the hollow sight on the XM4 with a zombies optic specifically. But you can get the same optic in red off of multiplayer, or I think green out of Warzone. Nice.
You've made it to the top 10.
Takes more than that to
We've
finish
got 10 squads active in the field. Resurgence is closed. No more second chances. Supply crates have been restocked. Load up. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect. Hostile UAV in the area.
That kid is definitely spam reporting me, by the way.
Kane authorizing UAV mission.
Gas is closing in.
UAV available for tasking. UAV standing by.
Let me use it.
UAV available for tasking.
Let me use it.
Standing by.
The game's gone, bro.
UAV is bingo fuel returning to base. Priority tasking request received. Get it on. Get the ice on the sky.
Got 4 remaining. Stay sharp.
UAV standing by.
5 squads still operational in the AO. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Losing ground. Move it.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
Gas is closing in.
This geezer's doing the full creeper-thon, bro. Ay, ay, ay. That guy was absolutely scooting around, bro. Jay, what we saying, man? Goodness gracious. Wait. There we go. That's what the world needed to see. They need to see my guy straight breakdancing right at the end. That's what they needed to see. Someone had a username called Deport the French. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna matchmake quickly, and I'm gonna go piss quickly. I'll be back in a second, boys. Strategic tinkle is needed. BRB.
Deployment.
Yeesh. Chat, I've got a question.
All stations.
Got a very important question.
Stand
Right.
by for deployment.
Sushi. Chinese. Tossing up between the two right now. Sushi. Chinese. What kind of evening is it? I'm tossing up very strongly between the two right now. It's a hard question for me right now.
Resurgence.
Sushi?
Survive the countdown
Seeing
to
two
early
sushis?
deployment. Secure kills.
And I don't mean like greasy I don't mean like awful greasy Chinese food. I mean like, you know, like a dry grill or something. I know a couple of sushi spots around your parts actually, Benny. What do you mean, listen, if you don't listen, sushi is not gross. Loot him. You know you want to. Go loot him, bruv. I hate this game sometimes. The random snipers across the map business needs to really end.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I need to find the spawn for it. Because I know you've got the tower specialist over there. But there is a way of getting a DM10, which is red, and it spawns on pods specifically, but I forget where. It's worth finding the spawn for it, just because it'll be useful to know.
Enemy dropping into the AR. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Gas is inbound.
There's definitely a DM10 spawn on pods. It's definitely a red one. Why did you both look at me? Why are you both looking at me? Why did you not shoot each other? What the fuck have I just seen? Ain't no way, bro. What in the timing? Oh, nah, that's generational timing. Nah, I'm actually an enemy of progress, bro. That's hilarious. Yeesh. Oh, man. They say COD timing's a thing. I thought the AK wasn't patched. My bad.
Stand by for redeployment.
Okay, so they patched the AEK. Why was that even on their fix list? How is one of the first things that they patched out of this game the AEK? When there's literally like 7,000 other things not working as intended.
Don't miss your shot.
Of all the things they could have fixed on the, hey, we probably need to do this soon, they did the AEK. COD timing gods are against me this round. We'll be okay. We'll, you know. They'll favor me at some point.
Enemy UAV is online. Enemy dropping into the AR.
Oh yeah, the GPR is very good.
Enemy UAV.
I was low-key kind of shoddy aim from me, I ain't gonna lie. This hollow optic is so nice with that. Like it's like a 1.5x magnification. It just makes for a really nice zoom. It's just a bit more of a zoom than regular, but not too much, and I really like it, especially with that zombies purple dot. I don't even think you need a huge amount of kills in zombies to unlock the purple dot, which is even nicer, really.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I want to know in what world. In what realm of bullet velocity was that not good enough?
Mission timeline expired.
I actually respect that so much. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, he honestly played that pretty well. See what I mean about the high alert? Like, I got an alert for that, but because it's orange and this map has a yellowy orange hue, I just didn't really mentally register it until the last second. Nice shots, bro.
Enemy UAV is... Fire sale is active. 5 station prices are adjusted. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect.
A lot of players are stringing together movement better than I thought they
Enemy
will.
UAV overhead.
Credit to them, they're doing a good job. What are your top 5 tips that aren't settings in this
Contract failed.
Warzone? Top 5 tips that aren't settings in this Warzone. Every single gun has baked in horizontal recoil.
In the area.
Probably a big tip.
Enemy UAV is online.
It doesn't matter how much you add recoil attachments. All of your recoil attachments should be geared towards horizontal because every single gun has it. Aren't settings related.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I suppose what's more maddening is how many of them are settings related.
Moving.
I would say people are third-partying a lot more in this game. So for me, like, the second you kill somebody, don't loot them.
Over. Adjusting prices.
I would say this is the most I've been third-partied in Warzone probably ever in Resurgence. So that's definitely a big tip. I would always recommend people check out their damage values for their guns. So, like, certain guns have different damage multipliers for headshots. So, like, there are certain weapons. There are certain weapons in Black Ops 6 where the torso shot and the headshot aren't radically different. Or, like, the leg shot and the headshot isn't radically different. Similar to how it is in multiplayer. And kind of because of that,
It's down to 10. Win this thing.
like, there are some guns where you don't need to be crazy accurate and you're better off just aiming for center mass than you are aiming for a headshot. I think that applies to nearly every SMG. I think for nearly every Black Ops 6 SMG, that is the case. Plate pickup, you only automatically pick up plates if you have less than 3. The second you have more than 3, you have to manually pick them up. I don't know why that is the case. They'll probably patch that at some point, but...
Enemy UAV is online.
not a bad thing to know, generally, I'd say.
Your squad's in the top 5. 5 squads still operational in the AO.
Why is this guy just chilling in the gas? They must be... Are they AFK in the sky, or are they actually
Thanks for the
physically
work.
here?
UAV overflight terminated.
Hip fire is very accurate.
Got an extra valuable opportunity.
Okay, he's not actually in the gas. The gas is bugged. That's not aligned properly, which, guess what, was a pre-Warzone Season 2 bug.
3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
I wish they were just honest about that.
UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.
The last one I would say, Benny, is some attachments definitely do have hidden metrics. Like, the details page isn't entirely correct. Like, there are some attachments which definitely give you slower ADS and things like that, and they just haven't really said it. You know, I could get a UAV to try and find out where this guy is.
Get it done, soldier.
All of the vehicles exploding in the gas, a little less fun. I do like what they've done with the white gas. The white gas is really cool because it stops smoke grenades. Which I wasn't expecting them to work on, but here we are. It's just not working, bro. They need to fix it. There's too much delay. I'm literally out here trying to dead slide or not slide in some of those situations, and it just literally, the second you plate or reload, it just doesn't work. The second they fix that, this game will be infinitely better. Like, snaking generally, like, moving in and out of cover, it's just so scuffed right now. You can't use it anywhere near as much as you should be able to. Like, if you try to go from a reload or a plate to a slide, there's like a 3-second delay, and I don't know why. Like, it's just there. Reasons? Who knows? I suppose the prestige tip is probably a big one. If you... What is it? If you have a bundle of any weapon, including black cell bundles, you prestige your gun still unlocked. I had to turn off sprint assist. I kept diving backwards when trying to snake away often. I've put it to slide only for the time being, but even then, I still think it's not great. Like, based on what I've seen. I haven't actually looked at my Warzone stats yet, so I'm kind of curious. On 6 hours of Resurgence so far. With a 3.25 ratio. That's not bad. I'll take 3.25. Not a fair number of games. Fairly sweaty hour games as well. I haven't exactly been playing early doors or anything. What's the optic on the XM4? It is the... I think it's the DM92 hollow. The OM92 hollow, yeah. OM392 hollow. I want to figure out, like... I would say... Can we see some sniping? Do you know what? Yeah, why not? Why not? I need to get good with the sniper. I've been meaning to. Let's make a sniper. If I'm gonna go for a sniper, it will probably be the LW3, just because it's quicker. I don't have the best attachments for this right now, which is okay, I guess. Because you can even see it in the firing range. Like, in the firing range, even though I'm messing around with the sniper, it's definitely more responsive than when you're actually in Warzone. Do you know what I mean? Which is a bit weird. But even like that, like, I went from crouching to trying to slide, and it, like, you're like that. That was a dead slide there. That's a dead slide. That's not. That's not. That's not. Fine. 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 Like, for the most part, it's fine. But every once in a while, let's say, for example, if I go for a reload, and then that's a dead slide. Like, for whatever reason, it's like after reloads, or after, like, you interact with something, you just get the odd dead slide. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what's causing it, but it is really annoying. In terms of, like, actually trying to genuinely get better, that's definitely one of the bigger ones for me. I might take off this and put the reinforced barrel on just to give me some extra range. To make this a bit more of an out-and-out sniper support. Do you think this one has a bigger skill gap? 100%. Especially with the aim assist reset. Like, the aim assist reset 100% adds a substantially larger skill gap to this game. The biggest example with the aim assist stuff is, like, I can now slide towards an opponent and the game won't do half the job for him. He actually has to track me. So honestly, yeah, the aim assist stuff, like, is huge. No, not all the guns have reset. Gung Ho says it reduces movement penalty when using equipment. I mean, I have Gung Ho on, I think.
Deploying shortly.
Maybe I don't. Gung Ho. Reduced movement penalties whilst reloading or using equipment. I mean, I'll try it. If that's by design, then somebody needs to give their head a wobble. Like,
Playtime's over.
that's part of the
Stand by for
problem.
deployment to the war zone.
So I don't think Gung Ho's a huge amount of it. So for whatever reason, in this version of Warzone and COD, they seem to have what I would call a gun ready state before it can shoot. So like when you're standing upright, your character physically goes like right before you even ADS, your character when he shoots goes like this. He's like, so you're moving, then you're shooting. You're moving, then you're shooting. Like it can't seem to just fire whilst moving. It's like a readiness state. I don't know why they've done that. I think it introduces delay, but there's a couple of things that they obviously need to fix.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Enemy counter UAV inbound.
Wow.
Enemy soldier incoming.
There's definitely a DM10 on pod somewhere. I don't know where exactly, Benny. I'll see if I can go from my VOD and find it. But there is 100% like a red DM10 on pods. Sorry? Oh. Okay. I mean, you keep specialist anyway, so GG, I guess.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. The enemy took that one, but we'll get them back.
Sprints upstairs, sprints over metal. Start shooting. It's definitely a bug, yeah, Benny. So basically, like right now, it's bugged so that you keep specialist until you take your load out. So just get specialist and then buy 2 guns. Sprints up the side of a building, sprints into a room, opens fire, game goes. Nah, lad, you just got a skill issue. That's all it is. He's just better, bro. Like, you don't need to hear him. He's just better. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks, God. Evil Brun. We might as well add footstep visual audio like in Fortnite. Honestly, that would be the death of COD for me. The last thing I want is a visual indicator as to where audio is coming from.
The real thing's coming through.
In fact, that sounds like my version of hell. The fact that that's normalized in comp Fortnite is absolutely clinically insane.
Enemy soldier incoming. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war zone.
Wonder what the audio cues reach out to? It's nothing to do with the audio cue reach, it's to do with the fact that your own audio masks the current audio priority system. I covered it in a video yesterday. Basically, whatever the developers did, I'm sorry, I will say this publicly, and quite frankly at this point I don't give a shit. Like, they did something inherently stupid to the audio. Like, basically anything that was applied in Modern Warfare 3 in terms of audio QOL doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist in Black Ops 6. So much so that you can now hear airstrikes and cluster strikes from 500 meters away. I don't know why they didn't go. Hey lads. Okay, well that just straight up didn't blue, so that was fun. You heard a kill streak from 808 meters away? Yep. That sounds about right. That does sound about right. I'm pretty sure they spawn it in the skybox, which is how that bug got introduced in the first place. How many of you people are there? Like, what the fuck am I playing? TDM? I'm hearing prox chat miles away now, to be honest. Yeah, I've actually heard that the prox chat audio range is bugged too, and guess what that was, guys? An OG Modern Warfare 3 bug. Guess where it isn't, guys? In Black Ops 6. And like, yeah, they're not being honest, and that's just me being real and true with you lot. Like, they were like, yeah, guys, we're just reverting Urzikstan, everything else is fine. And I'm like, no, you're literally reverting like part of your code base. Like, you very obviously missed a number of key changes that existed under Modern Warfare 3. Like, you haven't just reverted a map. That's not honest and genuine. You've reverted far more than just a map.
Resurging. Go get your revenge.
I feel like this map has too many players, by the way. I will say that.
Enemy counter UAV inbound. Hostile UAV. You're getting another chance. Questions 3.
Can I like get 5 seconds to breathe on this map?
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy UAV overhead.
He's literally he's sprinting in the other room and opened a crate.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Why is it only COD that gets this wrong? I swear to God. Why is it only COD that just can't do audio? Why has every other video game developer figured out how to do audio except for COD? You know what I'm saying? It's madness. Arma 4 has better audio than this. Arma, a milsim. Victoria, thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate you. Battlefield has better audio. Arma has better audio. Rainbow Six has better audio. CS, Valorant. Hell, Delta Force has better audio than these guys. And that's from a foreign studio that's existed for all of 5 minutes. Appreciate you, Victoria. Hope you're doing well. Like, how do these guys get it so wrong? Like, what? Like, who do they hire and what do they pay them for? It's not even SBMM. Like, if I could hear these opponents, I wouldn't have a trouble dealing with them. It's just I don't hear them.
All bounty targets destroyed.
Yeah, Hunt Showdown has phenomenal audio. PUBG has phenomenal audio. It's literally just COD. And I genuinely wish I could explain how a multi-million-dollar AAA studio like Call of Duty manages every single year without fail to just get it messed up. Like, I keep landing on fucking TikTok, I don't make real content McStimothy over here. Like, my brothers in Christ.
We're returning you to the front. Earn this.
God forbid I hear him move.
Enemy UAV is online. Enemy.
What the day attempt?
Time for vengeance.
You honestly may as well listen to music. Facts. Genuinely, you won't hear footsteps anyway. Just listen to music and play Resurgence. In fact, listen to music and just play Warzone, because you genuinely won't hear any footsteps. It's actually... I just don't know how they've managed to get it so wrong. Especially when it was working actually pretty well at the end of Modern Warfare 3, dare I say? Like, I didn't really have any issues with audio all that much. End of Modern Warfare 3. I think that's what's the most interesting thing about COD, is that it seems to always just be a uniquely them problem. It's like, yeah, we have a game where we managed to accidentally get critical streamers false banned because our proprietary anti-cheat managed to assume that regular text within a text chat was actually reasons for a ban. And it's like, how do you people manage to make this happen? My tracking wasn't the best there, I ain't gonna lie. Hipfire is so accurate, they've got to fix that.
You're back on station. Go get off.
That was crazy accurate hipfire.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV online.
I don't like what they did with lasers generally this year.
UAV overhead.
Centering and lasers in particular, and also hip fire needs to be addressed in their first update.
Window is ending.
It all needs redesigning. Like, you're not punished enough for not aiming him. I mean, that guy literally... Wait, sprint, 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 slide. Didn't hear him once.
Stand by
Madness.
for redeployment.
Didn't hear him once. And I'm using probably the best audio equipment you can buy for the most part. Unless you're willing to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on audiophile stuff. Unless you're getting like, you know,
Hostile UAV in the area.
Sennheiser HD 8000s or something.
Enemy soldier incoming. Prices are back to normal.
I'm actually playing fucking TDM, bro. This is plunder.
Returning you to the front. Earn
I'm actually playing plunder. Like, what is this? And what am I playing right now? Will I be allowed to live for 0.5 of a second? Somebody's literally landed straight on me. No banner, somebody's landed clean on my head.
remain. Defeat is only a mindset. Shake it.
Awful map. Like, I'm going back to Kazakhstan, boys. The best Sennheiser headphones you could buy and can't hear a dude running on the roof right next to me. I mean, I've tried all of them. I think I've tried like the 560Ss. I've tried the 660s. I've tried the DT990s. I'm thinking about getting my hands on some Audio-Technica ones soon. It just makes no difference. Like, you can't fix terribleness. Like, that's the fundamental bottom line of it. Like, you can't fix something that's this busted. You can try, it just won't work. And like, Eyes War is going to come out with a new audio tune, right? And this audio tune is going to be arse cheeks because like they're just going to have to rejig the whole way audio works. Like, I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good tune at first, but like it'll be basically redundant within the first month because they're going to have to rework how the entire audio scheme works. So like he'll release that tune and like it's just going to be pointless because they are physically going to have to recode how audio works right now. And I mean from like top to bottom. Like there is no point using that tune. It's probably going to be useful for like what, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And then the whole thing's just going to have to get completely reset. I actually quite like the hash optics. I mentioned it in the video that I did on yesterday, but basically the biggest problem, because they didn't copy over all of the quality of life problems, if I'm in a spatial audio space and my character starts making noise, it's creating reverb. So let's say I'm stepping, reverbs off this, comes back towards me. Because my own audio isn't muted, I'm hearing this twice, this before I hear footsteps or before I hear what's around me. So it's so chalked. Like, they're going to have to do so much work on it. Like, they'll probably put out a really small patch in the next 2 weeks that will probably just boost footstep audio for the time being as a really dirty way of dealing with it. But they will genuinely have to rework, like, how the whole thing works.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
These are our Model 1s. There was a couple on my list that I wanted to try. I want to try like a bunch of different headphones over the next couple of weeks. I don't mind the DT770s. I think semi-hybrid open closed backs are the best. And they also are really good for general ear fatigue if you're playing for a really long time. Sennheisers, I've never really gotten on with their open backs, especially the 560s and the 660s. I know they're good. Objectively, they're very good. But I've never really gotten on with them. The one I was looking into recently was... Let me scroll through.
Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you hightail it out of there. Cash drop inbound.
I was looking into the AD700Xs from Audio Technica, I think. Was it the AD700X? It might have been the AD700X. Let me have a look. I think it was the AD700X. Liam, thank you for the 5 gifted, buddy. I appreciate you. A little bit of big map. Why not? Why not? There's just too many people on Resurgence. I'm probably well late for this, but who cares at this point?
Eliminate all targets in the AO.
Open backs are definitely better for sound space. And obviously better for just general audio clarity. Why can't you fall through this? That's... Okay, that's new. I was just trying to go through the floor there. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted, Liam. I appreciate you.
Here we go.
I do prefer open backs generally, obviously, because of the general sound space. But obviously, I can't have too much ear bleed in terms of the audio because I've got my microphone fairly close by. No one else feels tiny playing this map and it's driving me crazy. It's definitely not just you. I promise you, they definitely did change that. I think the character size models are about like 20% smaller, I think, just in total. Oh, sprays are back. Forgot about that. So yeah, like you're not alone. It's definitely changed. I mean, I would love to get sponsored by an audiophile company. Are there any audiophile countries? Probably Japan. If you have a dynamic mic of not a condenser one, the bleed is irrelevant pretty much. You're probably right, actually, now that I think about it, and I do have one of those, so... I do move my head a lot, though, so I'm a bit weary of that. I would love to be sponsored by a company like Sennheiser, Audio Technica, just something of that delineation, just because gaming headsets just don't work. Like, they're not good audio. Like, they are... Someone to my right. Unless I've just heard my own footsteps reverberate off that wall, there should be someone near me. Hey, thank you, Rabbit Rob. I appreciate you. It is exactly what I said it was. Look. Wait, I'm going to turn the gameplay up really, really loud for a second. You're going to hear my own footsteps reverberate against this wall. So it sounds like there's somebody on the other side of that wall, when in reality, it's literally just me. Because they didn't change that. So it now permanently sounds like whenever I sprint next to an object, there's someone immediately to my right. Do I prefer headphones over IEMs? Yes, I do prefer headphones over IEMs. IEMs are definitely more comfortable. but it's just one of those. DT77s you were rocking are pretty much the best close backs headset for gaming. Yeah, for the most part, they've kind of been industry standard for a while. I want to try out some of the other ones just because I've heard good things about Audio Technicas. How do they think that's what normal headsets do? I mean, they're not wrong. That is how audio works. You emit a sound, sound bounces, and it reverbs back into you. It's just the problem they've got is that in Modern Warfare 3, they muted footstep audio, and in Black Ops 6, that change didn't carry across. Which is why it sounds so scuffed.
Pack available.
Yeah, I hope so too, Corey. I appreciate all the support, guys. If you want to become a channel member, simply hit the join button below, folks. We will be doing like a proper member-a-thon at some point soon. I haven't really had a huge emphasis on boosting membership numbers just because obviously we've been so locked in with videos lately. See, look, it sounds like there's someone to my right. There you go, look. Turn the stream up to max. Where is he? Not to be seen. It's just reverbing off this wall. Why? Because why not? That's why.
Enemy SAM turret active.
If somebody could clip that for me so I can post it later, that would be lovely. Wowzers. Got choked.
Dust yourself off, regroup, and get back out there.
Ah, so unlucky. I drop shot into his headshot. It is what it is. I find playing with audio far less confusing at this point. Yeah, pretty much. that's how it is right now. Yeah, if somebody clips that for me, I will post it later. I think it's a very good example of that. There shouldn't be that much delay in terms of the reverb. That's the biggest thing. Like, the speed of sound is not that, like... I understand they're doing spatial audio from like a realism standpoint to some extent, which obviously makes sense because sound is sound. But sound travels fairly instantaneously, and in an open environment like that, my footstep would reverb off the wall, but because it's not in an enclosed space and there's no ceiling, it shouldn't echo back into my ear. That's just poor sound design. Or it's just not working properly. Like something generally in that realm is just not working as intended. Do you know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. I mean, hopefully they get there eventually with all of it. Just gonna note down the start time just so I can clip that later, just in case. Yeah, it's like almost always being in an echo chamber. And the problem with that is that in terms of how COD's audio system works, it's a priority. So if you think of it as a pyramid, the thing that's closest to you is normally highest in priority, which is why that own reverb in your own ear is going to mask other people's footsteps. In terms of FPS drops, it's pretty universal on Urzikstan, better than Meta. It's about a 40% drop. I know Steam players are having a bit more problems than some other players. I don't know why that would be. But what I do know is that universally, since Season 3 of Modern Warfare 3, compared to about now, it's about a 40% drop minimum in terms of FPS, which is not good. There's not much you can do to fix that either. they're just going to have to fix it themselves. Where are we on the old membership goal? 234 out of 300. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, come on. Become a channel member, you bastards. Do it now. If you watch the stream often, if you enjoyed the videos lately, whatever it so happens. I don't need to give you an excuse. Look how much Netflix cost, and apparently it lagged like crazy during yesterday's main event. Which, by the way, if you watched that, boy, have I got better things that you could do in your time. Removed my favorite feature in the last update, and I don't know if it was accidental. What feature would that be?
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Enemies dropping into the AO.
I need to replace this dumpster. I think I have some in my drawer or like in my storage cupboard. I do need to replace it.
Battle Royale.
Hey, thank you very much, Bear the Mayor. I appreciate you, buddy. I've got some very interesting videos coming up soon. One involves probably one of the weirdest experiments I think I've done in COD. I mean, I obviously didn't watch the Jake Paul slash whatever the hell, Mike Tyson fight because I just thought, nah, mate, I think I've got better things to do with my time. But I also didn't expect to wake up to photos of Mike Tyson's bare cheeks on my timeline. Do you know what I mean? I can hear this guy very clearly inside this building. Sorry? You guys know how I made that video saying that lag compensation favors the shooter? Yeah, that's a perfect example of lag compensation favoring the shooter. I think it was about 4 metric yards behind cover there. I know that sentence in itself makes absolutely 0 sense, seeing as that's not metric, but... shock sticks back in the gulag. Shock sticks back in the gulag.
That one, but we'll get a W next time.
They put shock sticks back in the gulag that they took out in Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2 because they said that that was probably not a good idea. Every day this game finds ways, bro. Every day. Tears, bro. Might actually be able to get my loadout soon. Promise. Well, that's cool. Little Sapphire Panther. I just wish development teams would, like, talk to each other. Like, hey, Sledgehammer, what's all the things you did that made far more sense? Oh, cool. Nice. We won't do those. Thanks. Or, yeah, just generally. Yeah, I won't talk about the other one, but just generally, like, just chat. Ever so slightly, please. These are nice. I like these. If they made a skin where that, like, color alternated between the 3, that would be really sick. What amp are you running for your headphones? Well, I use a Wave XLR, Jeremy, so it all goes through that. Like all of my audio mixing, the amp, all of that's the Wave XLR. I think it powers up to 250 ohms. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. It's somewhere in that ballpark. Might be 200. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Aren't you facing FPS issues? My FPS has definitely dropped quite substantially. I was in the high 200s. Now I'm in like the low 200s, high 100s. But obviously because I just have such a ridiculous PC, it's not as bad for me.
Geared up, stand by.
Yeah, I have a 2PC setup, so I use the Wave XLR across the 2 PCs.
Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
There were definitely some odd choices in the integration, Joe. I definitely don't dispute that. Some mildly questionable ones. The problem is, and then maybe this is just me, I don't think Call of Duty are very good at listening to feedback. That's just me being honest. I think they listen to a lot of constructive feedback as attacks as opposed to actual feedback. I mean, Christ, you only had to look at how much Infinity Ward refused to budge over Modern Warfare 2. You know what I mean? I find in my experience when a game studio is reluctant to accept certain degrees of feedback, it's because the people in charge of the studio don't view your feedback as valid. They view it as an attack on them as opposed to like actual constructive criticism. It's one of the issues Battlefield had back in the day. Like feedback was just viewed as, nope, you're wrong, we know what we're doing. And it's like, well, do you? That's new. I love that we both looted a crate right next to each other. And it took us a little while to be like, damn, there's a guy here. I'm worried that the Marine SP might be one-shotting people here. I'm assuming they only had 2 plates in.
You've got gas moving in.
Does one shot to the head in 4 meters. How many pellets actually have to land to the head for it to be a one-shot, I guess is my question.
The enemy is no longer tracking you. You lost them.
This is Focus. We are bingo fuel. RTB.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
mean, you could probably very efficiently run an XM4 shotgun loadout, no problem. Use something like the 92 Hollow that I suggested. Like I say, distant audio is phenomenal. Like, you can tell where people are fighting. It's just the close range stuff is really short. This cluster strike is happening here. So it's happening 449 meters away from me, and for whatever reason, I got given audio for it. Don't know why I let that shot. I haven't sniped in a very long time, and it's gonna show. It's gonna take me a little while to get warm. It's definitely someone like under me somewhere. Like, distant audio is amazing. Like, I didn't even need to see his muzzle flashes to know that that was coming from there. Like, they've done a really good job on that, but it's the close range audio mix that is odd. Like, I genuinely think even if they just reduced the sound of your own audio alone, that would probably solve a good 60% of the problem.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
I have 200 ping when I join a game. Am I banned? Probably. Well, you're probably shadow banned, yeah.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Hostile UAV in the area.
I got spam reported a couple of times today. Let's see a trick shot, mate. You'll be lucky to see a normal shot. I used to be shit hot at being a sniper, and now I'm like terrible. Well, I say terrible. I'm out of practice. Streamer mode means you can't get shadowed. Oh yeah, I know that. You can still tell if you've been spam reported though, Benny, because your black cell clan tag will change to like a 6. It's really funny. God's been having to play with me, or he can't play. That's so stupid, man. They need to do something about shadows. They need to do something about shadows so soon.
Gas is closing in.
I think if an anti-cheat system is heavily reliant on something like shadow bans, I mean, I know why they exist, obviously, from a technical standpoint. But if you're that reliant on a system like that, then your anti-cheat just isn't that good. What in the backwards dive did I just see, bro? Basically just going to have to go back to what I used to do when I played solos in Warzone, which is basically stand still, snapshot and listen to the audio.
They've got a tank turret
and
online.
then start running again. Streamer mode is against stream snipers, yeah, but it does protect you from spam reports as well, John. It's why I don't get shadow banned.
Overhead.
Got 2 snipers looking at me. I just want to not get fucking shot for 0.5 of a second. Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, it's a fucking disgrace, bro. What am I seeing?
Closing in. Relocating safe zone.
I'm just trying to be me. And yes, that was a Gemma Collins reference. Do you know what will fix my woes here, guys? That'll fix my woes. I feel better now. Mom's life, everybody wants a part of me. Are you actually using a diter? Do grow up. Come on, bro. There's a whole new game out. Have some fucking fun for once.
We've procured upgraded gear for you. Use it wisely.
There's something wrong with TTK. That's not diter TTK. Telling you here and now. Diter would have killed you fairly quick. Not that quick. DLA cost me 5 to 10% compared to CAS. Yeah, I was generally assumed there was going to be some variance with those, just because, well, they're just weird implementations. COD is a very weird engine in terms of performance anyway. It's the only video game engine I know that really, really likes low latency memory. You know, if the menu didn't lag there, I probably would have been able to afford a loadout instead of getting a gas mask. Oh no, they did reverted the cash piles, did they? Why have they done that? Fairs. Fair fucking play, bro. Honestly. Got pissed on. KSV optic is, well, KSV iron sights are disgusting. Like, hey! Oh yeah, shit. I can really see, bro. I can really see what I'm shooting at. Muzzle flash is crazy too. Yeah, like I say, dude, it's literally, again, anything they fixed in Modern Warfare 3, take it and throw it out the window. Muzzle flash, throw it out the window. Weapon shake, throw it out the window. All of the audio fixes, throw them out the window. Yeah, GG. Like, if it got resolved in the last, like, year after Season 1 of Modern Warfare 3, just toss it out the window. Like, it just doesn't exist anymore. Like, it's just... Oh, we fixed that? Oh, no. We at Sledgehammer don't talk to Treyarch Games. So what we did is went, nah, guess that's gone. Like, this is almost multiplayer TTK. I am extremely confident, and this is just my current feeling. So I'm speaking to True Game Day about this, and he's going to talk to me as to whether or not he finds it. My assumption is that if they are using an old code base for this Black Ops 6 engine, which they are because it's an older version of the Modern Warfare 3 one before they forked off into the Black Ops 6 version, there is a very high probability that the damage to plates value and the damage to health value are two separate values again, or two separate multipliers. And there's a chance that that multiplier is bugging out. Because there are some times when somebody shoots you with a gun and it's like, yeah, that felt about right. And then there's other times when you die as if it didn't touch your plates at all. As if you weren't plated, even. And I've experienced that a handful of times. So we are... between the two of us, I say between the two of us, I'm going to do my own testing at some point. I think that does exist, and I think they have gotten that wrong. Again, anything fixed in Modern Warfare 3, just roll it up in a ball, toss it out a window. We don't care. We didn't pay attention. Not our problem. Which is why, like, it's kind of why I'm excited the Stalker 2 is coming out, because this is going to take a really long time to fix. Like, they can go back into the code and find what they did to fix these problems. But getting all of it transferred across, I don't think they do most of it before Christmas. I think it will be, most of it will be done end of January at best. Like, it's going to take a couple months. So, thank you, Stalker 2, for the code. I'm looking forward to it. Well, I mean, I can play it now, but embargoes and that. Yeah, I think Warzone's going to have a rough couple of months ahead, to be honest with you. I mean, even the, to give you an idea of just how busted the code base is for this game right now, do you remember the RAL, the single shot RAL that gave you 500 TTK? Yep, that's back. That's as it was before they fixed it. So it's just, there's stuff all over the shop. It feels very, very inconsistent right now as a game, so it just is what it is. Hey, in a bit, Tunky, good to see you. Doom Shotgun, I'm willing to bet my house that the Doom Shotgun will be re-enabled by accident at least once. At least once. Maybe twice. I mean, they did it 3 times during Modern Warfare 3. But that number can only get worse.
Now you deploy to the war zone.
So yeah, it's just one of those, like, I mean, at a base level, I actually fundamentally really enjoy what they're trying to do with Black Ops 6 Warzone. Like, it looks like a lot of fun. You just gotta stop breaking shit, bro. Please stop breaking stuff. The less stuff you break, the more happy a man I will be. I think next week will be a very big week, I guess. Like, they have given themselves a fair bit of time before Christmas to iron some of this stuff out, which is nice. But I will say here and now, if you don't see substantial fixes or changes before December 10th, you're probably not going to get them all. I know they've got the Reloaded update, but yeah, again, just like, I think if I'm at Activision, alarm bells should be ringing, to be honest with you. Like, we're not quite at Modern Warfare 2 levels of bad, but like, because at least with the Modern Warfare 2 bugs, once you peeled back the bugs and you went, okay, well, if they fix this, the game's still going to be Modern Warfare 2, right? I.e. terrible. At least under the hood of this, there is a good game. It just needs to be, you know, sorted out. But if I was at Activision, I would be concerned about player sentiment and retention in relation to Warzone. Your FPS is nuts. It's not bad. It's less than it was. Obviously, I still have a fairly godly PC, so I'm okay anyway. Won't somebody please think of the 1%? Please! These are top 1% problems. I think most people would... I do agree with you, Spider-Man. Like, some of them won't care about certain things that I've mentioned, but I think most players will play this and go, Modern Warfare 3 felt better. Like, at least Modern Warfare 3 felt like it worked. Better's probably not the word. I mean, Black Ops 6 Warzone definitely feels better. But at least Modern Warfare 3 Warzone worked. There are core parts of this that don't work. You know what I mean? There's a guy like in that door. Should I just try and kill him? Let's play a game of how far away is this mortar strike that I can hear at full volume. Because the answer is probably 500 meters. 553 meters. Well, that's good, isn't it? Warzone needs to become its own game. They need to stop with this integration stuff. Because otherwise it's just never going to get better. Like, that's the truth. Like, they've got to stop doing these random engine switches and ports and forks of different engines. They just need to give this game 2 years on its own code base, doing its own thing, irrespective of anything else happening in the franchise, and just see how it does. It just keeps sliding backwards, dude. Like, it's becoming grating for most players. Because a lot of content creators, I saw them online, and like some of the news accounts are like, oh, is it really that bad? Like, are people just being dramatic or negative? And it's like, yes, people generally are a bit more negative because it does garner more attention. Everybody knows that. But like, what is this? The fourth Warzone integration where they successfully fucked up audio? Like, how many more chances do you need as a company? You know what I mean?
Drop headed your way.
Like, how many more chances as a company, especially a AAA company with more studios working on this than probably any other video game franchise? How many more chances as a company do you need to prove to people that you can actually do this correctly? Because so far, you've not done it. Like, and that's facts. Like, I don't think they've had a successful... Well, the most successful integration they had was probably Modern Warfare 3. And even then, the audio was also terrible, and it took them 3 seasons to get it right. When people hear the word integration or Black Ops 6 integration, what they think is that they're just going to get an upgrade. And, you know, I'd say unanimously, most people assume that integrations in themselves are supposed to be upgrades. Again, they've yet to achieve that.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Cold War was an integration, yeah. The difficulty with Cold War is that it was on a different engine. Warzone 1 integrations were the most seamless outside of textures and glitches. I wouldn't even agree with that, to be honest with you. I mean, Cold War had character models that went invisible. There was a lot of stuff with Cold War in the early days. People just forgot about it. I mean, that and the fact that it didn't actually even have a functioning anti-cheat, but... I barely saw that guy. I would be so real with it. For Cold War, because Cold War as a video game was on the old engine for Call of Duty, not the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, anything that was made in Cold War had to be made twice. So if they made a skin in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, they then had to make that skin again in Warzone's modern engine, which is why that entire period of time was so scuffed. I'm personally, and this is just me, I think Battlefield's VR this year replaces Warzone. Well, this year coming. I genuinely think, in terms of movement, in terms of sweatiness, in terms of key features, Warzone has drifted so far away from what it originally was, that when Battlefield goes, hey, here's Modern Warfare 2019 with destruction, people are going to eat up. I genuinely see it replacing pretty much all of what Warzone's been doing. They have their own proprietary anti-cheat that, from what I've heard online, is actually doing really well. They've got destruction. The Frostbite engine runs really well in terms of performance. Battlefield hasn't had less than 45 hertz servers in over 10 years now, nearly. Like, it's if they get it right, it's such a knockout of the park. Like, there's so easy for them to just tee it up and absolutely smash it out of the park. And Battlefield doesn't have SBMM. That's the biggest thing. Battlefield does not have SBMM and has not had SBMM in its franchise, which is wild. I mean, it has a little bit of matchmaking parameters, but Battlefield has like always prioritized connection in terms of its multiplayer, like historically. So again, just another clean sweep for them. Do you know what I mean? I hope they give us a call too. I can say I haven't heard from Battlefield yet, other than when the only time I heard from Battlefield is when a couple of their developers like vaguely liked the tweet of me telling them that their new map was in Gibraltar, and I was correct about that, so that's cool. Myself, I don't think Westy or Stod have heard from Battlefield yet in terms of what they're making. I don't think anybody has so far, probably because they're just quietly sort of cracking on with it. DICE aren't making the BR, it's Ripple Effect who are making the BR new adventure. And Ripple Effect are primarily the development team that are responsible for Apex Legends, so... Battlefield's audio has always been really good, their hit reg has always been really good. All of the issues that just exist in Warzone just wouldn't be a thing in their game, do you know what I mean? Like, it's... The potential is so there. I really hope they get it right, man. I really hope they get it right. It sounds like, from what they've said publicly, they understand the task ahead of them, but, you know, understanding what you've got to do and actually doing it are two very different things. Yeah, that's pretty much confirmed, new adventure. So, from my understanding, from some of the whispers I've generally heard, DICE are working on single player and multiplayer with Criterion. You can even hear that UAV tower from across the map. So DICE are working on multiplayer with Criterion and single player with Criterion. And also, I believe, one of the other studios has been drafted in to become a single player studio. And then the Battle Royale is entirely Ripple Effect. And then on top of all of them is Battlefield Central Technology, which basically handles the Frostbite engine and makes sure that all of the dev teams are talking to each other. Is one countless awards on their audio alone? Yep. Again, like, it's just what they do. Like, Battlefield audio has always been some of the most immersive and some of the most accurate in pretty much any video game, and I'm very excited to play a good Battlefield again. Is it meant to go back to Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 style? Based on the early interview they gave us, yeah. They basically said, if you take away the business speak, what they said was, 2042 was a mistake, our bad, we're basically going to make BF3 again and make it better. That's pretty much what that interview was. What about Off the Grid? I'm excited for Off the Grid. I think performance is their biggest problem. They've obviously done some stuff to compensate for that so far. They just need to knock that out of the park. It'll be good for COD to have some competition again in the BR space. Because if you think about it, in terms of Battle Royales, they don't actually have a direct competitor. PUBG is extremely hardcore, so it doesn't really fit the Warzone category. Apex is definitely a very different BR to Warzone. A Battlefield BR would effectively be a direct shot at Warzone. It would basically be them saying, hey, dickheads, we can do your job better than you. Pretty much. So it'll be curious to see how Warzone would handle actually having competition again. I knew I had someone. Battlefield 3 captured the flag as for cultured men and women who understood that era of video games. Wowzers. What a time.
Inbound. Marking new safe zone. The gulag's locked down. Area's clear. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect.
Battlefield 3 is one of the few games I have
Enemy
over
dropping
1,000
into
hours
the
in.
AO.
Oh.
25 are left. Stay sharp out.
Battlefield 3 Squad. Battlefield 3 Squad, Rainbow Six Siege, I think are the only 3 games I have more than 1,000 hours on. I'm probably Warzone at this point. I'm probably getting pretty close on Warzone.
Gas is moving.
I also just like working with EA. I know that sounds like a weird statement, but like, as a content creator, EA actually really are a good, like, I'm not to say that COD aren't, like, COD do fairly well at working with creators. But just EA are just nice to work with. Like, they send out feedback forms, they ask you questions. Like, I mean, they might not always listen to your feedback, but you can never deny that they're not trying to. You know, they'll do the odd creator meeting to ask questions about systems and stuff like that. Like, historically, EA has been a lot of fun to work with as a company. That flinch is absolutely insane. Oh. It's time to bring back the Car 98.
Took that one, but we'll get 'em back.
Bloody hell, Harry. That flinch was madness. That sent my bloody gun. That sent my gun to Narnia. I took a shot and my gun went, way. It's like, all right. I think I might call it there, actually, folks, just because I've still got a video to make today. I don't know if I'll get this one live today or if I'll get it live on Sunday. We'll see what that looks like. But thank you very much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure having all of you. Been lovely being live on a Saturday for the first time in a while. We will be back again, of course, on Monday with more Warzone. Fingers crossed we see an update Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully, if we're lucky, maybe just something. But yeah, see how it goes. GG's for all the support, folks. Been a pleasure as well having all of you about. Hope you guys have a lovely little weekend wherever you happen to be. And